When I was growing up and I was saving money to buy my first guitar, I was working on a shrimp book with my dad. And all he would listen to is all this like Zydeco music from here, you know. He had this shitty ass fucking like a megaphone speaker on the back deck of the boat, blaring this shit while we were going through sifting shrimp. Being around that kind of sound kind of influenced the musicians around here, you know, being that it's been so forced upon us, it's almost like embedded in our souls, so to speak, you know.
We grew up on, you know, a plethora of different styles of music, like the jazz stuff, just stuff that you know, you couldn't help going to your grandparents' house and they're listening to, you know, old jazz music and shit like that from New Orleans. You know, the Dr. John and that kind of stuff, you know, people would be jamming on the albums, you know, at the barbecues and stuff like that. It's like, it's the only city I've been to that has its own, this kind of vibe.
Is doing the blast into that because it's
yeah, it'd be 6 hits.
I think that there is a certain groove here. Homegrown drummers specifically have that behind the beat feel, which is type of drums like Bill Ward or John Bonham or even Dale Crover. The meters, funky meters. You look at the funk and groove within that genre itself. If you pull it off in heavy metal, boom, it's super effective. It's a showstopper, Jack. It's badass.
Well, where we started was about 2 hours south of here, which is even more backwoods swamp. Just, I mean, here we have buildings, we have life. Where ACID started, there was completely a desolate area where there was nothing but us, you know, and just like shrimpers and welders and stuff like that. It makes you want to try that much harder, I guess, to get the fuck out of that whole situation. When ACID started, there was already an established scene here. We were basically considered outsiders because we weren't from the New Orleans area. We didn't know anybody that was here. We were basically strangers. And we had to basically force our way into the scene. And we tried our damnedest to do so, you know. Our major goal back then, when we were starting the ACID stuff and all that, was to play a gig somewhere in the New Orleans area, to get away from where we started, you know.
Sure.
And to get here, that was our major goal. And it took us a long time to like actually be accepted in this scene because, you know, I hate to say it like that, but it's the scene around here. I mean, you have to really prove yourself to be accepted in this scene.
Being from the South, but especially Louisiana, like the occult aspect of like this city and just the history of the area and how that influences.
As far as the occult aspect,
yeah.
Well, that stems from a long time ago. I was raised in a very Catholic household, but I never really felt comfortable in that situation. I knew there was always something else out there besides, but they're saying you have to follow these rules by this person called God or Jesus. And for some reason, it's like, I've always just not felt that wasn't right for me. There's something embedded in the ground here that can't really be explained. Like blood's embedded in the soil here for like negative energy. Before I even started playing music, I can't even remember where it came from or what happened, but it was an image of, it was a pentagram with it wasn't entrapped in a circle. It was almost like It's like this straight line, came around the sides, and came down to the front point. It's like a lot of people say that you know, you're not born into it, you're attracted to it naturally. Something struck me there where it just felt like I was going home when I saw that image. Ben Falgu, who sang for Soylent Green and now to sing for GOATWHORE, we're really good friends. When he was singing for Paralysis, we played a couple of shows with Paralysis with Acid Bath, and for some reason me and that guy just hit it off. And he was like, man, you ever heard this Dark Throne, Blazed in the Northern Sky? I'm like, no. And he made me a cassette tape of it. And when I heard that, that was just the end. I guess that was when I was like, all right, wow, this is like where I need to be. The whole sludge thing and the whole black metal thing, it's not about perfection and it's not about being exactly on time in playing to this click or whatever. It's about the feeling that comes through with the music.
Just this darkness and just
exactly
like a bleak attitude.
Darkness and holding there, and you just did fucking 4 lines of coke and you're holding a fucking switchblade in your hand. It's like, should I do it or should I not?
Right.
It's like, all right, there's no hope in your life. There's nothing left to live for. What do I do now? And that is the eternal question.
Right.
Play metal.
Play metal, yeah.
Fucking awesome, dude. We're at the Lemon Plantation Cemetery. Generations of people that live down here, that's what a graveyard is. It's pretty, man. Right on the water, bro. You think New Orleans is small, Lafitte's even smaller, bro.
I think right now we have 4,000 people in.
Right. And they know how to have a good time.
Yeah.